Jeff Jarrett. He is All Elite. And not only is he All Elite, he's now been brought in as Director of Business Development, which essentially is going to be the same job he was doing in WWE before Road Dogg displaced him, of working on their live events and stuff. He's also an on-screen character. Jeff's a funny one in the sense that he's always managed to sort of remain in a major or fairly major wrestling promotion for 30 years now. And he's never really reinvented himself. He's almost always been pretty much the same character of mostly himself.
Well, this is how Jeff gets in. You got to watch this. He's a great talker. I mean, if you hear him do interviews, you may disagree with that. But when he's behind the closed doors and talking to people that want to do certain things, I told him one time, I said, you could sell a dying man a health club membership because he's good. He's very good. Now, I don't know who started the contact with AEW. It could have been Sanjay Dutt. I mean, Jeff and Sanjay, they have a good relationship. And Jay could have started it. What was his last name? Jay who?
I can't remember.
He was
Lethal. Jay Lethal.
Yeah, Jay Lethal, because they were in the match together with Flair, and I'm sure he's talking to them. And I guess they may have got around Tony Khan and said, "You ought to talk to Jeff." And then Jeff come in, and that's all he needs is just that door cracked about this much, and. So how you doing, Tony? And Tony sit him down and they'll talk. So, and he got a good job. Plus he has a job, a character spot on TV. And it will probably be, I can't say a month from now, but I think if they listen to him, it will be a very entertaining spot. Because I always thought he was very, very good at that double J, A, double R, E, double T. That Jeff Jarrett cowboy character, he was great at that. And he gets on your nerves so much, hell, the fans want to get up and slap him. Because I told him one time, I was discussing, I said, Jeff, you know what you got? We was in TNA. And I saw him walk into a bar one night. And I'm just sitting there, and he walked in and just stood there and looked around the room. And he looked one side, then he looked ahead, then he looked around like this, like he was looking for somebody, but not just somebody, just anybody. And then I saw some guys, they got a little uncomfortable. They said, what the hell is that son? They didn't know him. What the hell is that son that's looking? And I call that presidential heat. Because when he walked in there, people didn't know him, say if you weren't a wrestling fan, people didn't know him from Adam's House Cat. But he had that blonde hair and he looked real cocky. So if he can do that, and I think most of the heels work is not done on the mic, it's done on the way to the ring. Not most of it, but a lot of it. Like those women in WWE, they come to the ring and they're supposed to be heels, but they're smiling and they're shaking little kids' hand. And all of a sudden they get in the ring. And now the people like them, but now they expect them to automatically boo them. Boo what? Boo a nice-looking young woman, and she's talked to little kids out there. What is taboo? Nothing's taboo. I think a heel's work begins one step outside that curtain. That's when it has to start. And I don't know whose idea it was to have the girls smile and all this. I'm sure it was Vince. But I think it's starting to change just a little bit now because I saw Ronda Rousey. She was a little more irritable on her way to the ring, which is the way it's got to be. Make them mad before you get in the ring. It's a lot easier. I don't know. They wouldn't want me in WWE because I would bust every one of their concepts down. But it would be actually an easier show to follow.